What's going on, my Central Unit Galaxy? It's Central Man here. So just my review of Wrestlemania 37 Night 2. It starts with the opening match, Randy Orton taking on the Fiend Bray Wyatt. This was weird, the match. Orton entered this ring with white trunks, and it's very weird to see Orton wearing white trunks. Usually he's wearing black trunks. I don't get it. Haven't saw Orton wearing multicolored trunks for nearly, 15 years? Nearly close to 20 years, the days in the Ruthless Aggression era when he was the Legend Killer. He was wearing like orange, purple, blue trunks, when he was in Evolution and when he was the Legend Killer. Now he's wearing, and then he switched to the black trunks. Yeah, very weird to see Orton wearing white trunks. The match was weird. Yeah, Alexa Bliss came out. There was a giant, massive Jack-in-the-Box outside the ring. Alexa cranks the lever of the Jack-in-the-Box, and the Fiend was inside of the Jack-in-the-Box. Like I said, the match was weird. We had red lighting in the Fiend's match for the first time since Hell in a Cell 2019 in the Hell in a Cell match between Rollins versus the Fiend. And afterwards, you never seen the red lights in Fiend's matches. Anyway, yeah, like I said, match was weird. The Fiend did not sell Orton's repertoire, his moves. Like, Orton hit like multiple DDTs through the middle ropes, and the Fiend just got up. They brought the Fiend like this typical horror monster in a horror movie, like a Jason Voorhees or a Freddy Krueger, or a Jacob Goodnight, in those See No Evil movies. It hit the net thing on Orton, he locked Orton with the Mandible Claw. He's about to hit Orton with the Sister Abigail. Then all of a sudden there's pyro shooting out, Kane's pyro, and then Alexa Bliss was leaking black blood. And it's just like, holy shit, this is getting fucking stupid. And then Orton hit the RKO onto the Fiend to win this match. I was pissed off. I'm trying to keep this rant minimal. I have to save my breath reviewing other matches on the card for this show. Yeah, this was bullshit. This was the end of the Fiend, to be honest. I don't really care at this moment of time. You can build the Fiend so many times, but he's buried. I'm sorry, he's dead. I give him a chance when Orton burned the Fiend at TLC. I was harsh on that, and then when the Fiend came back last month at Fastlane, I wanted to see the Fiend beat Randy Orton to end this feud. Unfortunately, that's not the case. It's just like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this company? The Fiend is over. Keep him on the top of the mountain. Why is they have to knock him down? I don't get it. Orton at this moment of time, he should never he's in that part-time status. He should have pointed over the young talent, instead of going business for himself. Some people call him semi-super Orton because they dubbed Cena as Super Cena. Nah, the fans, I think they're booing Orton because they just they were booing. I think they were pissed off about maybe the match, but I think it's also the Fiend lost because the Fiend was over. And he just cannot get a massive break. This is the third pay-per-view in a row that he lost. He lost the Triple Threat match at Payback. He lost the Infernal match at TLC. Now he's lost the match at WrestleMania to Orton. It's just like, what the hell's going on? He can't get a break. I blame this on Alexa a little bit. Why he's costing the Fiend the match. He's basically her Harley Quinn to his Joker. You can use that because, Alexa dressed up like Harley Quinn. She has the Harley Quinn hairstyle. And, the Fiend's got the Heath Ledger Joker mask. It's just like, what the fuck, man. So, and afterwards, the lights went dark and then they disappeared. It could set up this breakup between Alexa and the Fiend. Anyway, so let's move on to the next matches on the cards. So yeah, the next match, we got the WWE Women's Tag Team title match. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax defended the titles against Natalya and Tamina. They just won the Tag Team Turmoil match from night 1 to face the Tag Team Champions on night 2. This was a good match. It wasn't a fantastic match, but it was a fun match to watch. You had this showdown face-off between Tamina and Nia because they were former tag team partners. And the height difference are similar because Nia Jax, I think they built her height as 6 feet tall. She might be 5'10", but I say 6 feet tall. Tamina is very close to 6 feet tall. Well, she's about, I don't know, 5'10", 5'11", maybe 5'9", but she's nearly. They're both tall women. They had the face off, headbutts, like some strikes. Nia kind of body slammed Tamina outside the ring. Tamina got some reaction, like they're chanting her name. I don't say Tamina's, in my opinion, I don't think Tamina is terrible. I think she is okay. She was just there, in my opinion. So, yeah, Shayna kind of worked on the leg of Natalya, cranking her ankle, because she's, a former MMA fighter. I like, Shayna Baszler, she used her MMA moves in her wrestling match, Yeah, she was working on the ankle of Natalya, and, Tamina managed to body slam Nia. And also, one more time, I think, Shayna kind of hurt her knee. I think Tamina hit, a corkscrew on her knee. And also Nia did, a splash onto Natalya and Tamina. She also selling the knee. The most, storytelling in this match is mostly the ankles or the legs. One of the women going after the other woman's legs, knees, ankles, whatever. The ending was so creative. You had Natalya managed to lock in the sharpshooter. But you had Tamina hit the body slam onto Nia Jax. Natalya locked in the sharpshooter onto Nia. And then Shayna managed to lock in I call it the rear naked choke onto Natalya while she locked in the sharpshooter. Natalya passed out. And Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax retained the women's tag team titles. So, like I said, it was a good match. Nothing special. They believe that Natalya and Tamina thought they were going to win the belts on the show. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So, the next match, we got Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens with Logan Paul in Sami Zayn's corner. Logan Paul got booed, and Logan Paul did not feature in this match. I said he might get involved in this match. Unfortunately, that's not the case. He just sit down next to the commentating team. I don't want to get into it. So anyway, the match between Owens and Zayn, it was okay. I think it's their weakest match in their history because they've been feuding since 2008. Because they've been feuding since Ring of Honor, they've feuded since NXT. 6-7 years ago. Because it's a weak Kevin Owens Sami Zayn match, or if you go old school, if you follow their history from Ring of Honor, what's Sami Zayn's old ring name from Ring of Honor? Oh yeah, El Generico versus Kevin Steen. Anyway, nothing that much to talk about in this match. Like I said, I like that match at Battleground in 2016 way better than that match on this show. You had Zayn hit the Blue Thunder Powerbomb onto Owens, and Kevin hit a splash off the top rope, trying to keep it short and simple. In the end, Owens hit the stunner onto Sami Zayn to win this match. And then afterwards, you got Logan Paul turn on Sami Zayn. He pushed Sami Zayn, and then Owens hits Logan Paul with the stunner. I think he sold the stunner he took a very bad stunner. I don't want to see Logan Paul on my television set. He's just, I don't think he brings nothing to the table. I don't know, he's a celebrity, appearance, he's, big on YouTube. Did he fought KSI in the fight? It might be Jake Paul, but I think he fought KSI in the boxing fight. I think it was about, 2017 or 2018? So, moving on to the next match. The next match, we got... Boy, this show is getting a little bit rough, but it's kind of turned out to be good, decent, or sometimes okay. Anyway, the next match we got Matt Riddle defending the United States title against Sheamus. This was slightly an okay match, nothing special. You had Sheamus, he's teasing he hits a typical Sheamus match, he hits Matt Riddle with the the chest on the ropes. He hit like the Irish Curse backbreaker. Yeah, Matt Riddle hit like multiple like suplexes. He hit like the belly to belly suplex onto Sheamus off the top rope. Sheamus teased like he's gonna hit Matt Riddle with the white noise off the top rope. That'll be good to see, but unfortunately he didn't do it. He managed to hit the white noise out of the ring, inside the ring. Sorry. Riddle kicked out of the bro kick attempt. Sheamus hit the bro kick. He kicked out. I think they're teasing like Riddle's gonna hit Sheamus with the Tombstone Power Driver. But instead Sheamus kind of reversed it, and then I thought Sheamus managed Riddle trying to get out basically a Tombstone Power Driver attempt. Sorry, I kind of stumbled. Why they did that? A Tombstone Power Driver attempt. Why? That's not really Matt Riddle's. I'm not a big fan of Matt Riddle's work. I saw clips of him, but I never see him hitting like a Tombstone Power Drive attempt. I don't know what the announcer's trying to call it, the Bro Deck or something. I know it's like trying to reference the Undertaker. I think they're trying to reference the Undertaker because WrestleMania was Undertaker's show. He's basically the true Mr. WrestleMania. I understand why they did that. In the ending was so brutal. It wasn't in a bad way. It was kind of a good way. Riddle was trying to hit Sheamus I think it was similar to Chris Jericho's Lion Soul. He's really an upside down moonsault. Sheamus hit Riddle with the bro kick right in the jaw. He kicked him right in the jaw while he's attempting to do like the I call it the Lion Moonsault attempt. And Sheamus pins Riddle and become the new United States champion. I think it was Sheamus' first WrestleMania win since winning the world title, squashing Daniel Bryan in 18 seconds at WrestleMania 28 nearly a decade ago. So, Matt Riddle, I don't feel Matt Riddle becoming, holding that belt much longer. I had no problem with the guy. I think he's a good worker, but I don't like the bro gimmick. I find it's cheesy. That's just me. Sheamus, I think this is Sheamus' first singles title win since winning the WWE title way back in 2015. And the first time he won the United States title since, 2014? Defeating Dean Ambrose on a SmackDown, if it was a Battle Royal. Anyway, so like I said, it was an okay match, nothing special. I think that match belonged on the pre-show, but I don't think it was WrestleMania worthy. It's a bit underwhelming. It kind of dragged in my opinion, So the next match, we got Biggie Langston taking on Apollo Cruz. This is a Nigerian drum fight. Basically, I predict that it's going to be a typical street fight. I was right. This was good. They beat the living piss between Apollo and Biggie Langston. Biggie kind of hit Apollo with an Uranagi suplex onto the steel steps. Yeah, they call it a Nigerian drum fight, and there was drums in the ring, on top of the tables, and the drum did not play a massive benefit in this match. Didn't play a massive part. What's the point? Call it a Nigerian drum fight? Why can't you just call it a Nigerian African fight? I don't get it. So, you had, I think, Apollo trying to put Biggie through a table, but instead Biggie put Apollo through the table. He's about to hit Apollo with the big ending. All of a sudden you got this big massive guy attack Biggie. I think he hit him with a Samoan spike, chokeslam Biggie, grabs Apollo, pins, managed to pull him on top of Biggie, and Apollo Crews won this match and become the new Intercontinental Champion. And it's a good right call to see, did the title change, I think Biggie's time is at an end. I think he's moved on to bigger things. I think at this moment in time he doesn't need to become the IC champion. He won it he won it at Christmas Day last December, 2020. He held it about, December, January, February, March, and April, so about 5 months. I think he's focused on, I think he might be into the Universal title picture in the future, so I don't know what this big guy is. I thought it was Damian Priest. Unfortunately, I think he's called, I think some people say it's the same guy from that Raw Underground thing last summer. I don't know who he is, so I'm guessing he was Apollo Cruz's new bodyguard now. Apollo Cruz gimmick, I kind of like, I like the Nigerian gimmick, because the reason why he's doing that, because I think he was born or grew up in Nigeria, but spent most of his whole life in America. I like his, embracing his Nigerian heritage, and they did the right call, I could see him holding that belt much longer. So yeah, I think it was a little short in my opinion. Should have put probably 5 more minutes, but that's just me. I think it was a little bit rushed, but anyway, it's still a decent, good match to watch. Yeah, the first half of the show was a bit rough, but the second half got a little bit better. That was match number 5. Yeah, you got this segment with the Bellas beating down Bayley. Bayley, interviewed with Bischoff. She's trying to be the host for this WrestleMania. I wish she was the host of WrestleMania, because instead of fucking Hogan and Titus O'Neil, give me a fucking break. Anyway, the next match we got Asuka defending the Raw Women's Championship against Rhea Ripley. This was a decent match, but a little bit rough. I think it's the first match they faced 1-on-1. It was physical. Like, the one scary moment in this match, you had Rhea Ripley basically kick Asuka off the ring, and then minutes later, Asuka hit Rhea with the DDT off the ring apron. I thought like one was gonna break their fucking necks or suffer a concussion. Asuka had most of the offense, and then Rhea did her own offense of her own. Asuka kind of locked Rhea in some submission holds, like a leg lock, and then I think Rhea kind of countered into like some kind of powerbomb, I think, because Rhea's like fucking tall. She's about also close to 6 feet tall. She's fucking jacked, Rhea Ripley. And also Asuka kind of like counted out she countered because Rhea Ripley locked Asuka with the Texas Cloverleaf. I call it where is she from? Yeah, I know she's from Australia, but what parts of Australia she's from? Maybe Melbourne, call it the Melbourne Cloverleaf or the Brisbane Cloverleaf. I don't know what city of Australia she's from. Anyway, she locked in the submission hold on Asuka. Oh, Asuka, calling her a fucking dude. Anyway, Asuka locked, counting into the armbar. She kind of locked her in the Finucci armbar. And also, I think she locked her in the Asuka lock. In the end, Rhea Ripley hit the Riptide onto Asuka to win this match and become the new Raw Women's Champion. I think Asuka's title reign is nearly at an end. I said Asuka should have won. That was a shock. I said like previous videos that her title reign is nearly at an end. She's gonna drop the title at WrestleMania. I'm feeling kind of right of this. I'm not saying Asuka's title reign was bad. She had some good matches. I think it's just like no worthy challenges opponents for Asuka. She's just facing, having a match of sake having a match against Lana, Selena Vega. She had a good match with was it Bayley, and also with Sasha Banks. I'd rather seen, I heard rumors like Becky Lynch is coming back. I thought they're gonna set up like Asuka versus Becky Lynch, and Becky's gonna regain the Raw Women's title. Unfortunately, that's not the case. As for Rhea Ripley, I think the reason why they did that because she lost the NXT Women's title to Charlotte Flair at last year's WrestleMania. It's a good win for Rhea Ripley. It's funny that Asuka's fellow countryman or countrywoman, Io Shirai, just dropped the NXT Women's title to Raquel Gonzalez at Stand and Deliver Night 1. Asuka dropped the title at WrestleMania 37 Night 2. The only Japanese wrestler, or Japanese female wrestlers, holding any piece of gold was Hikaru Shida. She's still the reigning, defending AEW Women's Champion. I can see her dropping the title at Double or Nothing. I think it's next month. It's be at the Deli Place in Jacksonville, Florida. They're not doing it in Las Vegas. I think they will do it in Las Vegas because since WWE's letting fans back in the arena, I think AEW is gonna will move the show in Las Vegas, for the Double or Nothing pay-per-view. Main event time, we got a triple threat match for the Universal title. Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion, defended the belt against the 2021 Royal Rumble match winner Edge and Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan was not over. Yeah, he was not super over. You know, it's not 2014. This is 2021. He still got cheered. You know, the fans doing the yes chants, but I think he lost so much momentum. I don't want to get into it. You know, he's just like. I think he was more of an afterthought. You know, he's not the same Bryan from 2013, 2014, maybe 2012, but I don't know, man. That's another video for another time. Anyway, this match was match of the night of night 2 of WrestleMania 37. People say it's lackluster. I don't think it was lackluster. It was fun. It's not on the same level as the triple threat match at Mania 20, you know, between Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Chris Benoit. It's a fun triple threat match, but not a great triple threat match. There was good creative stuff in this match. You know, you had Jey Uso. People say he brought this match down. I don't think so. He did hurt. I don't think he hurt this match. He's doing his job, trying to help his cousin win this match. You know, the start of this match, he beat down Daniel Bryan, and Edge beat down Roman and Jey Uso. He hit Uso with a jumping DDT onto the steel steps. There was one good creative stuff, like Roman was going for the Superman punch, and Edge counted into a jumping DDT in the ring. I think it was like a bit of a near fall. And then minutes later, you had Bryan lock Roman. No, it wasn't Bryan lock Roman in the yes lock. No, you had Edge locking Roman with the yes lock, and Bryan did the same move onto the other arm, and then did like not really a tug of war, like they did like face off, banging each other's heads, and then Bryan turned on Edge, hitting like headbutts and punches. He did a typical yes. I think he hit Edge with the running knee. You know, I don't see Bryan walking out this arena as the new Universal Champion. It was a bit. I don't say it's overbooked. You had Roman hit Bryan. He put Bryan through the table, and then Edge hits Roman with the spear onto the steel steps. Edge hit Roman and Bryan with chairs, and he hit. I think he hit Bryan with the Cacento. He's almost doing it the same as Roman Reigns, and then Jey Uso got involved, and then I think Edge attacked Jey Uso. I think Reigns hit Edge with the spear, and he hit Edge with the Cacento. He dragged Edge's lifeless body, placed it on top of Daniel Bryan, pinned both Edge and Bryan. That was a good creative way, win this match and retain the Universal title. I wasn't pissed off, you know. I don't think it was a tasteless end to end WrestleMania. I was shocked, you know. I thought like Edge will win this match, you know. I thought like, yes, Edge is gonna win, but instead, it didn't really bother me. But I feel like they want Roman still as this monster heel because the fans are going back to the the arenas. Roman got booed. He didn't got booed like he got booed a bit. I'm not saying the heel things. No, heel Roman didn't work. It's still growing on me. He's still over. You know, they were trying to Roman sucks. It's not heavily compared to the old Roman Reigns from before the heel turn. You know, if it was that, I'll be a bit pissed off. But yeah, I think the direction for Roman Reigns, you know, is still. I think they're still going to do a one-on-one match between Reigns and Edge for the title. I think Bryan's time in the world title picture is at an end. I think Bryan, it might be Bryan's last, but I think Bryan, I can see, I think the rumors like Bryan is going behind the scenes. I don't know, so you got like future more baby faces for Roman in the future, like Edge and also Biggie Langston, who just dropped the IC title to Apollo Cruz. Yeah, it was a fun match, but it's not on the same level as whether it's the triple threat match at Mania 20 at MSG, or the triple threat match at Mania 30 between Orton, Batista, Bryan in New Orleans. I put it in like top 3, top 4. So anyway, so my final rating for WrestleMania 37 Night 2, I'll give it a 6. yeah, 6. You know, it was a decent, really a decent show. But I think night 1 was way better than night 2. That's just me. The only thing in the bad for night 2 has to be the opener. You know, Orton versus the Fiend. That was a bit bullshit. The 2 matches in the OK has to be, you know, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn and Riddle versus Sheamus for the United States title. Besides that, there were decent matches. There were good matches, like the women's tag team title match. It was a short match, but I still like the match between Biggie versus Apollo, Asuka versus Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's title. It was a bit rough, but still a good match, and the main event was still a fun match to watch. Compared to the 2 shows over the last 2 weeks between WrestleMania 37 and NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver, which one's the better show? I have to go with NXT Stand and Deliver, man. I think it was better matches, so it's just what it is, man. So I hope you enjoyed my review of WrestleMania 37 Night 2. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, smash the like button, and subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. And this is the Central Man officially signing out. Check you later. That's my reviews of both nights at WrestleMania 37. I give it a slightly thumbs up. It was an okay Mania. I think 36 was a bit better than 37. That's just me. So take care, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.